Okay, this video will be on the external anatomy of the dogfish shark. The body can be divided into three regions. We have a head, which goes from the tip of the snout, basically to the last gill slit. The trunk goes from the last gill slit all the way down to the cloacal opening. And the tail goes from the cloacal opening, rest of the tail. So we will start with looking at features of the head. So for the head, we'll begin with the nostrils. So the nostrils have two openings. The outer opening is going to be the in-current opening, where water flows in. The inner one's the excurrent opening, and they're separated by a nasal flap. So the nostrils here only function in olfaction, not for respiration. Then we have the mouth, the business end. So the teeth are modified placoid scales. Other features are the ampullae of Lorenzini. All of these openings here, we can see fluid coming out. Those ampullae of Lorenzini, they are widely spread out on the ventral surface of the head, as well as the dorsal surface of the head. These are for electroreception. We also have a pair of eyes. These are the photoreceptors. We have a pair of spiracles. So these are actually for incurrent water to come in if the mouth is full and water can't get in over the gills. Water can still enter in through the spiracles. There's one on each side of the head. Inside of here, we have gill tissue that is called pseudobranch. So when the shark's mouth is full, water can still go in through the spiracles here, and then over the gills, which are internal, and out the external gill slits. And there are 5 pairs of external gill slits. So remember, with the lamprey, we had 7 pairs. What happened to the 2 other pairs? Well, one would become the spiracle, the other would become the mouth itself. So now we are in the jawed fishes. Okay, for the trunk, now all the sharks have one type of scale. Those are placoid scales. We find placoid scales only on sharks and other cartilaginous fishes. In terms of fins, we have a dorsal anterior fin. We have a dorsal posterior fin. We have paired pectoral fins. These are the ventral anterior ones. We have a pair of pelvic fins. These are paired ventral posterior ones. This is a female. If it was a male, there would be another structure on the inner margin of these pelvic fins. Now, on the fins themselves, they have rays. So the fin rays, can barely see them. These are the cartilaginous flexible support structures on the fins. Now, what's been cut off is a spine. So spine is an inflexible, sharp structure. And these are cut off, otherwise they'd puncture the plastic bags in which they store the sharks. So the spines are basically there for defense. What eats little sharks or bigger sharks. Also, they have a lateral line system here that runs about down the entire length of the body. This is for mechanoreception, so they can feel the vibrations in the water. For the tail, the tail is the body that is beyond the cloaca here. Again, the cloaca is a chamber in which 2 or more body systems empty, and which includes the digestive system as well as the excretory system. So the caudal peduncle is all the muscle tissue of the tail. And then we have the caudal fin. On sharks, the caudal fin is heterocerical, which means the dorsal lobe is differently shaped than the ventral lobe. Most of the bony fishes have a homocerical fin, in which both the dorsal lobe and ventral lobe are about the same. So sharks have a heterocerical type fin. Now back to the cloaca here, we should be able to find a urinary papilla. That's going to be this white structure inside there. It would be the urinary papilla. A female shark, that's just for excretion, for metabolic waste products.